Hey everyone, this is Hill Street Soul, and you're tuned in to the core with the Millennial Coach, discussing topics on real life. Check it out. Everywhere you go, don't forget the ghetto. Listen to the core.
What's up, people? I'm the Millennial Coach. I'm back with part 2 on being the CEO of your life. So we're just doing 5 parts, Monday to Friday, of being the CEO of your life. Now, one key thing, before I start, I want to do a little hot topic. So at the moment, there's a lot of racist riots in the UK. Now, the rest of the world shouldn't be shocked, because this is I'm not into politics and I don't talk about politics on my show, but I just want to address this, right? Racists are not very intelligent. So I don't even know why people are showing up. Personally, I just feel sorry for them. They're just so stupid. Is that what you're spending your life doing? You're disliking someone like me because of our color. It's a shame. Like, one of my friends, right? She's white, and I say to her, get black or die trying, because she's always trying to tan. So when I say to her, get black or die trying, she will die trying, because she is not going to ever be as dark as me. People are dying for our skin. Why are people putting on fake tan? Why are people putting in, hair extensions or butt implants, and everyone wants to look black, like a black female? So those racists, I think they're a little bit confused, and we do wish you well, but you are not going to win this fight. And hopefully there is an island for you all, and we wish that you all pack your things, you get on a boat and you all go there, because no one ain't leaving the UK. Everyone's worked too hard. And there was one video, as I said, my dad sent it to me, that one girl, she was in her car and she was brilliant. It's about a 3-minute video, and she was saying that, what jobs do you want? The cleaning jobs. Like, saying people have taken your jobs. First of all, half you ain't got education, so the job I'm doing, you won't be able to do it. So if this is for people who are racist, this is not for anybody else, okay? Or this hot topic. And the audacity, really, is the audacity to actually bully people, because you don't even have the facts of even why you're even rioting. You think the person was Muslim. The person was born in the UK. That the person did something really horrific. Killing kids is disgusting. Killing anyone is disgusting. So you assumed from his name, made an assumption that he was Muslim, and then you went to attack Asians or whatever. Now, what we need to concede here is, when you have mental instability and you commit a crime, the boy didn't do it because he was racist. He did it because he was unwell. So let's just start there. So when you're stupid and then you're now saying it's because he's black, or Asian, or Muslim, or whatever, you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. So I just want to put that out there. That's my little hot topic rant for the day. I don't understand all this nonsense. And if we want to cultivate better relationships with not just people but ourselves, we need to start seeing people as individuals and not seeing people as a whole nation of people we don't like. It's actually sad. It's very sad. Very, very, very sad. And the UK, I'm actually quite pleased with the Prime Minister's response. I think the sentences should be a little bit more lengthy. I do think America's pretty brutal when they come to giving people sentences. They're just like, life. And when they mean life, they're not talking about 16 years. They're talking about the rest of your life. I think the UK, the judicial system, it needs to be revised in some aspects. And I think these people that have committed these crimes, you should send them to Ghana, and let's see how they survive. That should be their punishment. So even better still, send them to Nigeria, or send them to wherever there's a war in Africa. The racists, put them on a boat and send them there. Let's see how they survive. I don't even think they even know how to handle a gun. So I just think we need to do something a little bit different, okay? So these are my words. These are not anyone else's words. I am the Millennial Coach. And I just think it's really, really disappointing that, the death of Stephen Lawrence, we've seen so many things happen in this country, and you've still got bigots and racists and in the world. Like, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. So that's my. I don't know if it's a hot topic, but it is a hot topic in the UK at the moment. So I just want to put that out there. I'm embarrassed for these imbeciles. I really am. Just not very intelligent. But I want to talk about being the CEO of your life. One of the things when you are in control of your life and you are delving into the depths of who you are and making a transition, one of the key things I would definitely say to you is think about where you have shame in your life. And when I pause, it's because I want you to think about it. Are you ashamed that you haven't reached your goals? Are you ashamed that you married the wrong person? Are you ashamed that you haven't got children? Are you ashamed that um, you are, I don't know, you've been cheated on? Where is the shame in your life? And the reason I'm saying that is because when you have shame and being the CEO of your life, when you have some level of shame, it disconnects you. It disconnects you from actually understanding that part of your life. So it could be even financial shame that you've got no savings. Now, if you read a lot of literature and you read, I don't know, Inc. or Business Insider, or you are a person that enjoys watching MSNBC or Bloomberg, and you see how people are talking about money, there's nothing stopping you in actually saying, I don't actually understand it, so let me spend some more time. Shame is something I believe that really creates such a dissension between people, and we seem to shame people at times because we ourselves have things that we are embarrassed or disgraced by. Now, projection is unfair. So when you are saying, why, at the end of the day, not every, like, for example, I don't have children, right? And like I say to people, I would like to meet somebody. And if it's the right person and it's a viable thing to be doing at the age I'm at, then let's do it. If it's not, I'm okay. I think we need to stop making people feel bad because they're not living up to a socialized stereotype. Being socialized isn't something that actually adds value. Just doing what everyone else is doing, how is that, as we said in the last video, validating your intrinsic values? It's not. It is not. So I will also say to you, when you are not in a good space, where is the shame coming from? So spend some time journaling, writing things down, understanding what that looks like for you. Because shame isn't something that happens overnight. Shame is implanted, not just, and the thing is, it's implanted by messages, unfortunately, starts from the home. So if you're someone with a culture, and when I say culture, African culture, Caribbean culture, South American culture, Middle Eastern culture, there are, there's hierarchies in how in who you communicate to and how you communicate and what you should say and how you should dress and da 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 da. And sometimes in that hierarchy and that authoritative environment, there's a way to behave. And you are shamed if you don't behave in a certain way or you don't have certain things by a certain age, etc. And I remember when I was doing my coaching qualification, I have a master's in coaching, executive coaching. So when I was doing my qualification, you have to study and have some subjects, right? People to study on. And a friend of mine volunteered, but I just didn't really need that much help. Sometimes as a coach, this person's all right. They're doing all right. I don't need to be all up under their skin. So she said something about, my son needs to da-da-da-da. So I said, well, where does that come from? Because you seem to have this forced opinion of who he needs to be by a certain age. And this was what, 4 or 5 years ago. And the thing is, I got certified simply because I felt like I'd hit a brick wall. When I don't understand something, I'm like, right, let me go study it. And also I'm doing this on a regular, so let me just make sure I'm fully qualified. So that's another thing. When you get a coach, make sure they're qualified and not just saying I'm a coach. As I said, a lot of people, it's an unregulated industry, so a lot of people are claiming. But what we discovered is that she had a lot of this in her family. And family dynamics create habits. Habits create behaviors. Behaviors create outcomes. So think about, if you have shame, it may not be what you have implanted in yourself. It may have been something that has been given to you from your own families. So consider that, okay? And my love for Brenebrown, if you don't know who she is, do some research. But Brenebrown is the queen of vulnerability. I have been following her work for the last 15 years. I do some of her Dare to Lead work in my work. When you do leadership work, you really look at how people truly lead. And I think we've got a problem in the UK about leadership, truly. And I think we have a problem with how consultants show up and think that they're doing something when they don't really understand the culture. And that's my opinion. It's nothing to do with judging anyone. I just have seen things that I just don't think work, right? However, when you live in shame, it impacts your worthiness. So you may not think you're worthy. So somebody said to me once, it was a girl I was friends with, and she said to me, if you date somebody or you marry someone and you settle, isn't that painful? And she'll tell you why a lot of people settle for who they, if they just, I just need to get married, I need to have a kid, which I think, personally, I think is really detrimental long term to do something like that. Why I think it's really sad to settle, because you may feel that you're not worthy of having the partner that you want. Shannon Sharp, if you can hear this, you better holler at your girl, okay? But on a serious note, I think it's really important to understand that your worthiness is embedded in whether or not you feel shame. And like, I know I'm worthy of love. And I say I'm beautiful. That's one of my affirmations. I am beautiful. There's another thing we're going to go into as the show goes on, the affirmations, the archetypes. We're going to go into all of that, journaling. But I do think we need to address why we feel what we feel, where it stems from, and how it impacts our decision making. Because your decision making is what elevates or disintegrates your worthiness. So think about, if you are not feeling worthy, is this a shame-based experience? I am the Millennial Coach, and this has been part 2 of being the CEO of your life. All right. Peace.